Did K-pop demon hunters commit war crimes by violating the Geneva Conventions and their additional protocols? Well, to answer that question, we must first look at this totally not a propaganda slideshow of adorable demons alongside Huntrix hospitality. Excuse me, can I have a cup of tea?
Oh, yeah, for sure. Mira! On it! Say
No, I mean pour it in the cup first.
I wanna visit the living world as a tourist one day.
Meanwhile, in his visit to the human world,
The terror, the indemnity. There, how do you feel?
I feel bonita.
Oh, honey, no. You're a demon and you're all ugly.
I only wanna feel pretty.
Oh no. Did you just challenge your stigma that demons don't feel anything, which primarily allows us to mistreat you without feeling an inch of guilt? Now I have to kill you.
Is your empathy beginning to feel a little tingle? If not, that's alright. I got the perfect demon propaganda, I mean picture to show you. Are the tingles activating? Wonderful. And no, please don't feel ashamed by it. There is no judgment here, as for some, to activate their empathy, they need a little dose of, abspathy. Preferably chugged with a six-pack. But the reason we have to feel the tingle is because to answer the hypothetical Geneva question, we need to first answer a more profound question that has no written social codes, as far as I know, to approve this fictional thought experiment. Do the demons deserve to be treated humanely? Humanely enough for the Geneva Convention's protection? If your answer is no, then no, Huntrix did not commit any war crimes. So please, feel free to go on your skippity merry way, because apparently this demon cutie patootie does not deserve humane rights in your opinion. Toodles. Bye. But if it is a hard and conflicting question for you, then good. It's supposed to be hard, treating demons, or antagonists in general, humanely. If it were easy, the Geneva Convention would probably not have been violated so many times throughout history. And if you need reassurance that the demons are deserving of humane treatment, don't take it from me. Take it from the movie. Rumi herself is half demon. Rumi's mom was with a demon to spawn Rumi. Jinnu showed sincerity, consideration, and challenges Rumi's reductive antagonism against demons. Adorable demons who feel more than shame exists. Take Down, a song that says demon with no feelings don't deserve to live, is framed negatively, and Rumi accepting her demon side at the ending is treated as a moral victory. So yes, even the show incentivizes humane treatment of the demons. So if we apply the laws of the Geneva Convention for them, then quite possibly yes, there are plenty of possible violations. Oh wait, no, there's only two. I'll probably sprinkle in a few nitpicks in between. But before we begin, know that this is just my interpretation of the laws based on my imperfect understanding of the Red Cross summary of the conventions and its additional protocols, which is only 7 pages by the way if you're interested to read it. But since it's only the summary, my scope of understanding is very shallow and limited, so please keep that in mind. And if you're well versed in the conventions, please correct me when I'm mistaken. Alrighty, let's view the first violation, shall we? Common Article 3 of all 4 Geneva Conventions. Person taking no active part in the hostilities, including members of the armed forces who have laid down their arms, and those placed hors de combat, out of the fight, by sickness, wounds, detention, or any other cause, shall, in all circumstances, be treated humanely without any adverse distinction founded on race, color, religion or faith, sex, birth or wealth, or any other similar criteria. The demons here were running away, screaming, terrified, raising their arms, and is not in any fighting stance. These factors kinda support the idea that they've laid down their arms, meaning weapons, which they technically don't have, making their lay down arms label not perfectly obvious. But for the argument, let's include them as armed forces who have laid down their arms. But only until their escape, because by then they're active combatants again who are targeting the fans. Continuing the article, To this end, the following acts are and shall remain prohibited at any time in any place whatsoever with respect to the above-mentioned persons. Clause A. Violence to life and person, in particular, murder of all kinds, mutilation, cruel treatment, and torture. This is the main clause, I think, that Huntrix possibly violated, because their actions are a bit unclear and create questions. As from what we know later on, one full slice of their weapon is enough to vaporize or kill a demon, thus alluding that these 3 full strikes that split the demons can be considered murder. But then, since there are 5 demons in the plane at the start, these 3 murders should result in 2 demons left. But no, there are still 5 demons leaving the plane, so they did not die. Thus, it is not murder. Could it then be mutilation? It could be, but the abdomens and face that were cut are somehow uncut later on, which makes it difficult to conclude. But how about cruel treatment? Is slicing a demon just enough not to kill them so you can slice them again later cruel? I would definitely say so, yes. It might even be borderline torture, as it is done to repeat a process of inflicting pain. But wait, there is another clause Huntrix may have violated in this article as well. Clause C. Outrages upon personal dignity, in particular, humiliating and degrading treatment. Does singing before inflicting cruel pain on someone seem like a humiliating and degrading treatment? I don't know. Does your sibling eating the french fries you ordered while singing about it because mom's there and you can't do anything about it seems humiliating and degrading to you? You decide. Plus, Huntrix had the audacity to degrade the suffering demons so much that they posed for the camera, neglecting the demons so much so that they could escape without notice. But that's gonna be it for this article. Alrighty, before we get to the second and last possible violation, I will list a few nitpicks that are war crime adjacent or just concerns to me in general, as I don't think they fit under any of the Geneva Convention articles, but worries me nonetheless. Alrighty, nitpick number 1. In the plane, they had the choice to kill the active demon combatants immediately with their weapons that can vaporize them instantly, but they don't. And instead, they opt to bonk the demons with a water kettle repeatedly and sing it to a beat, both prolonging suffering and humiliating the enemy active combatants for aesthetics and bop. Nitpick number 2. Mira said,
"When you mess with our fans,
we need to make it hurt."
Which sounds like they're actively trying to be cruel. I know they're still active combatants, but damn. Nitpick number 3. Upon meeting the Saja boys, their immediate instinct was to,
and we're gonna kill them. Let's go kill these guys."
oh, that caca is just peak comedy of the sequence, but it really tries to show you how ridiculous Huntrix's hatred towards demons are. Like, even when Zoe points out the nice things they did, they immediately destroy it and automatically assume these Saja boys are bad news. Which technically they are, but if they were demon civilians visiting the living realm, then that would be discrimination of enemy civilians, which could possibly violate Article 13 and 32 in the 4th Geneva Convention. Civilians are to be protected from murder, torture or brutality, and from discrimination on the basis of race, nationality, religion, or political opinion. Nitpick number 4. Mira sings, a metaphor for fire. Sure, but it's kinda like singing, "I'ma take your breath away, welcome to my mustard gas era." Just a little concerning, no? Like, why not just use the alternatives to fire, like solar energy? Oh wait, that's boring. Nitpick number 5. The plane. The snout, the wing, and the body. Where did they all land? They're all above the city. The body itself could possibly drag on and crash on the ocean, but with one torn wing, it could possibly tumble down to the city. Meanwhile, the snout and torn wing are already falling down towards the city faster than Mariah Carey near Christmas season. And when it lands, well, I hope you get my concern. But the most concerning part is that this all could have been avoided if Huntrix did not pose for the aesthetic shots that made them lose focus on the demons. Or better yet, They could have just killed the demons immediately instead of prolonging their demise and then land the plane safely by sacrificing one Huntrix to pilot the plane and miss the show for the safety of the people below. Surely that's a fair trade, no? Nitpick number 6. Okay, this is more like a solution proposal rather than a nitpick, but I feel like there should be ways for Huntrix to capture demons, like with Pokeballs or something. Then they could even aggressively stuff them with therapy, so they can learn how to overcome their shame by doing acts that are good in relation to their specific shame. This will free them from Guima's control and maybe they can finally even rest in peace or something. I feel like this would be a much more humane way to battle the demon problem. But we will most likely lose the cool epic fight scenes in favor of smaller battles. But doing so will open room for so much more drama. Just imagine the one demon whose shame is never being good enough for their parents. Yeah, you probably felt that, didn't you? Now imagine Zoe struggling to teach the demon self-esteem. I hope you can feel the drama of that. Alright, that concludes my nitpicks. Now onto the final possible violation in my opinion. At the end, did Huntrix kill Guima and then seal the Honmoon? Or did they seal the Honmoon and send Guima back to Demon City? It was kinda vague. Because if they killed Guima, then they're in the green. But if they only sealed the opening with the Golden Honmoon, leaving Guima alive, then what would happen to all the demons? We know Guima burns the demons who disappoint him alive. And judging from the looks of all the other demons that are scared, this is probably not the first time. And now that he is utterly stranded with them all, will all the demons be burnt or tormented by Guima? If yes, then it could be argued an open Honmoon is indispensable to the survival of the demon civilians. Protocol 2, Articles 10, 11, 13, 14, and 16. Attacks are forbidden on civilians and on objects indispensable to civilian survival, such as crops, irrigation systems or drinking water sources, cultural objects, and places of worship. It's a stretch, yes, but let's assume that the Honmoon is integral to the survival of the demon civilian from Guima's wrath. So is that a violation? It depends. Did Huntrix know about it? Because if they knew, that would mean that they have condemned the entire demon population to suffer and possibly die from the wrath of Guima. And this is probably the only evidence I have to answer that disturbing question.
I can't wait until every one of them is destroyed and sent back to suffer with Kima for eternity.
Okay, this is confusing. Destroyed how? By their Huntrix weapons? If so, that means their weapons don't kill demons, it only sends them back to Guima, which makes the first violation of Common Article 3 Clause A of cruelty even worse. Or does Mira perhaps mean destroyed by Guima's flame? Though the sent back part would not really make sense. But even if she means that, Mira is actively wanting the demons to either suffer for eternity or be destroyed by Guima. So that means, either way, Mira and Huntrix knows Guima causes demon to suffer and possibly be destroyed by him if the Honmoon is closed for good. So Huntrix, or Mira at least at that point of time, is in favor of condemning the entire demon population to that fate. And to make matters worse, Rumi told Jinu if he worked with her, he can be in the living side when the Honmoon is closed, indicating that Rumi assumes demons could coexist in the living world if they make an effort. But apparently, this invitation is only sent to Jinu, so once he dies, Rumi and the team seem to immediately go ham on sealing the Honmoon. Selective empathy for Jinu-like demons? Probably. So with all the leniencies on fictional terminologies, the vagueness of Guima's disappearance, and the knowledge and intent of Huntrix, Huntrix may have possibly violated Protocol 2 somewhere between Articles 10, 11, 13, 14, and 16, thus possibly committing a second war crime. But there you have it, folks. The answer to if Huntrix committed war crimes in this hypothetical thought experiment with all its leniencies is an underwhelming possibly yes, maybe. And Common Article 3 Clause A is the most viable violation of the two. But again, this is just my interpretation of the Red Cross summary, which is only 7 pages. The actual Geneva Conventions consist of 4 convention documents and 3 additional protocols, totaling at around 350 pages in the ICRC's website. So again, I have a very limited understanding and this video is but my imperfect interpretation of the summary. So if you think I made an error or ever missed something, do let me know, especially if you do decide to read the entire Geneva Convention and its additional protocols, which I think would be an amazing conversation starter. Wanna be golden. Oh, hi Bernadine. Oh, hey, silly, you seem quite hoppity. How was your weekend? Oh, I had the most fun baking teddy bear cookies. What about you, Bernadine? Oh, I just read the Geneva Conventions and its protocols. Oh, what made you want to read that? Honey? No, there wasn't honey hidden in the pages. I just read it to see if K-pop demon hunters committed any war crimes. Great conversation starter. Much recommend.